Was w kolejnym odcinku z gry Aether and Iron. Z tej strony Wilczek, jeżeli możecie zostawcie łapkę w górę pod tym odcinkiem. Będzie mi bardzo miło ją zobaczyć. Również będzie mi bardzo miło zobaczyć od Was subskrypcję na kanale. Oczywiście, jeżeli ta gra bądź inne, które nagrywam bądź w przyszłości mam zamiar nagrywać, Wam się spodobają. Teraz nie przedłużając, aktywujmy tą misję i wynosimy się z tej wyspy. A to by wychodziło. Nadrób zaległości z Tatianą. To punkt, z którego nie ma powrotu, to wiem. Możesz też posłać finałową misję na White Street, co na stałe zablokuje dostęp do wyspy White Street i wszystkich pozostałych na niej misji. Czy chcesz kontynuować? Na razie nie. Zobaczmy, czy mamy w ogóle jakieś misje. Nie. I wszystko... tak, potwierdź.
If you can't find someone to clear out the warehouse before they arrive, I expect you have the survival instinct to do it yourself. Prioritize guns, clean water, anything that can be moved quickly. Ah, stravo, Giovanna. Come, I'll open the wine.
Tiana used to trade her imported smokes for information mixed with good conversation. When I converted the cigarettes into a demon on my back, we swapped vices. I take my seat while Tiana produces a bottle with just the right number of zeros attached to it. She starts me off with a finger's worth.
How much did you make of our last chat again?
Don't pout. You know the rules. You supply the conversation, I supply the wine.
Fine. What do you want to know this time?
Tell me, how is White Street?
Czemu Cię to interesuje tak
You
silnie?
should already know. You've got people out there.
Oh, Giovanna. I do not hire them for their conversational skills. Paint me a picture of it all.
A thought occurs to me at the same time a grin escapes the corner of my mouth.
You're blind. You really don't know.
I see more than you do, Machichu.
Co tu wybrać? Powiedzmy, że sytuacja służy interesom.
Zio Alfonso always said he was busiest during wartime. I'm starting to see why.
Busy is good, no? You have been short on work since that unpleasantness with Valentine.
I've got a little cash saved up now, and I'm rebuilding my rep after those last few jobs. I should be able to find some work when things really kick off.
If you can keep that heart of yours locked up, you and I should make some good money in the next few months.
I recline back and raise a lazy salute with my glass, imagining a more comfortable life just out of reach. It would take time getting back to where I was, but this was a start. She refills my glass, and we share a drink over chatter, though it's not long before I find a common thread woven within her questioning.
I know I haven't traveled much lately, but I do know more than just White Street. What are you not telling me?
Her manicured finger dances around the rim of her glass, while her silent eyes dangle my own question in the air in front of me like string on a cat's nose.
Ah, you are a good investment, Mashichu. And this information is old anyway.
Bądźmy uprzejmi.
How generous of you.
Not at all. You're lucky, you know, that you finished your business in White Street when you did. An order went out last night. All able-bodied citizens are to report for draft.
I feel a black glove yank my stomach into my throat. It started like this last time, too.
Those who do not report are to be considered.
Eli starting another purge. I need to talk to Cress.
Dlaczego jesteś taka
You
spokojna?
don't seem too cut up about the whole thing. A pained expression contorts her face. She puffs on her cigarette petulantly.
Don't be cruel.
And you knew, didn't you? Before the order even came out, you couldn't have given me a heads up? Even Cress? Or were you too busy?
Do not make me the villain, Giovanna. You were down there. If you didn't see what has been obvious for some time, that is on you.
W sumie ma rację.
You know more than you're letting on.
Yes.
Tiana, please. Cress has people down there.
Her narrowed eyes soften.
I know the shooting has already started. I know White Street soldiers are going door to door in the civilian districts. I know that Eli intends this to be his final purge. If Cress has anyone left over there, now would be the time to get them out.
I think of the Raymond district and tell myself Needles would have run before the first shot. If the Whitecaps are in the civilian districts, it won't be long before they delve into the Undercity.
Dobra, sprawdźmy co u naszej towarzyszki. Uczmy.
My heart floods into my eyes and ears as I run to the garage to find Cress. Maybe there's still time, too. Deaf and blind, I skid through the door to find her hunched over a table, staring at a radio all gone to static. Cress, I just heard from Tiana. It's Eli.
I know.
She's unfocused, agitated, uneasy. Dust meanders in and out of the void between us. What does she mean? Why is she just standing there?
I have another job for you. Pays well. More than anything you've taken since your uncle died. Do it, and I consider us even. For all of it.
Cress?
It's my sponsor. And me. We need you to go back into White Street.
Powiedzmy, zapytajmy się w końcu znowu o tego sponsora.
Look, Cress. I can't stay in the dark about this any longer. I risked my neck over that prison break. I did that for you, not some anonymous backseat driver with cash to blow.
Quit pushing it. When everything is over, I'll tell you what you want to know.
Powiedzmy, że ci wierzę.
Why all the secrecy? This guy threatening you?
No, it's not like that. You'll understand when you meet him.
Czemu mam wrażenie, że to będzie igła? Tak jest, jakieś przeczucie mam.
You can shake the answers out of him then. He's a good man, but right now, people need our help.
She's right. If I'm taking this job, we're on a tight deadline. But I can't stop that uneasy itch from spreading over my whole body.
Jak się miewa?
Cress, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Gdzie mam wyruszyć?
Where's the pickup location? If they're too deep in White Street, it'll be near impossible getting to them.
In the civilian district, there's an old theater. From before Eli banned screenings that weren't propaganda reels. The Western.
I map it out in my head. Sounded doable at least. Less impossible than the other parts of White Street during a purge. Low priority area, less security, lots of routes in and out. Who are these people? And why are they on Eli's hit list?
They're disloyal. Aetherians and others. White Street nobodies. They'd be under notice if Eli wasn't cleaning house. His new weapons? Finally ready for war. So he's removing any chance of a two-front fight.
If they're high on his list, he might be sending more firepower than I can handle.
I'm not asking you to take on an army. Just to pick up and run. As fast as you can.
Czyli miejmy robotę.
Okay, Cress. We'll get them out.
Come on. We need to be there yesterday. Make sure everything's ready to go. We can't afford to detour.
Weźmy pojazdy. Są w idealnym stanie. Zamalować? Nie, nie pasuje, a tutaj... też nie za bardzo. Dobra, nie zostanie tak jak jest. W schowku mam coś? Oczywiście, że nic nie mam. Jeśli mogę się pogadać? Chyba nie. Więc zróbmy zapis nowy i lecimy. Wracamy do burdelu. Warsztat jest na dole. Dobra, lećmy. Spodziewałem się, że nas coś zatrzyma.
Smoke rises in the distance.
The Western is over there.
We need to be careful. Stay close.
No, not again.
Everything is still. A picture of devastation. The smoke, the bodies, the amber light casting shadows on shades of gray.
Co to wydarł japę? Gia czy Kres?
Nellie, stay here. I'm going to check if anyone's still alive. Cress? She's already moving, wordlessly racing from body to body, as though there was still time to do anything.
Nie, to był alt.
This place knew laughter once. Enough lead was poured into the building to cast a solid mold of the place. This was personal, or the fervor of a madman.
To na
The
razie.
tall man is dead, or perhaps it isn't a man at all. I can't make out more than tattered overalls and a color that will forever ruin summer sunsets. This city has a saying, we all gotta take the final ferry trip someday. I can't give them much, but maybe I can pay their last fare.
Dajmy mu
I flip
dolara.
his fare. Wherever he is, I hope it's somewhere he's whole again.
Nie wiem co zrobiłem. Chyba
A
dolara
young
dałem.
boy, no more than 16. His eyes pale and white. He stares up unendingly into an iron sky. I flip his
mamy
coin
trochę kasy.
high, following the arc of his final gaze.
Nie wiem co tam jest na końcu dostajemy za to,
I
ale
lean too close, and the small woman raises a hand to touch mine. It's gentle and weak, her cold, soft skin conveying too much in a language I could not understand before falling to the ground, speechless. I gently flip her coin, leaving it in her cooling palm. Movement from the epicenter of destruction.
dobra,
My
ale
heart
morale zyskuje.
squeezes out of every fingertip. I catch my breath and reach for my piece when a voice pierces the quiet.
You. I remember you.
No jest ta... była w ciąży z tym? Chyba tak.
I had expected a smell, something burnt or tinged, but instead, nothing. Just floating dust and ash dancing. Shuffled steps echo in a lonely, offbeat march, but it's the breathing, thin and slow, like a whisper carried by the breeze, that tells me she's already dead.
You came.
Chyba to ona.
Her solemn advance is halted by a short wobble and the start of an inevitable fall. Cress's arms catch her before she hits ground.
Maria! Maria, what happened here? Where is...
Martwy,
Eli.
bo porwany.
He wanted the underground.
No, this wasn't supposed to happen.
You have to stop him.
Zabijemy go? Jeśli tak, to fajnie by było.
Cress moves to say something in return. Anything at all. to speak some final words with her friend. Maria doesn't notice. She's become a recording, determined to play back her message one last time.
He's going to.
She panics as urgency spills out the few heartbeats she has left. Cress pulls the body into her arms.
Alex. Is he?
I look at the body that was once a tall man with blue overalls. There's barely enough to call it a person, but deep down, I know whose pale eyes died reaching for the sky.
Alex?
Niech teraz odpowie.
I don't know, Maria. I don't.
Cress gives her the only warmth she can. A place to rest her head, and a pair of arms to hold her.
And the baby?
I am heavy. I am the trembling iron ground. I am a warm corpse with no words of comfort.
Baby's all right.
Her final comfort given, Cress closes Maria's eyes and puts her to rest with her husband and friends.
I'm gonna kill him.
Potrzebujemy planu.
Cress, look, I get it. But first, we need to get out of here. We'll come up with a plan later.
I got a plan. It involves taking the bastard out before he kills any more of us.
Czy innymi słowy chcesz się zabić? Powodzenia, ale zrobisz to sama.
You're not thinking straight. There's an army between you and him. Eli's got a cannon that can take out a crowd in a single shot. Even if you get to him, how are you getting out?
Let me worry about that. You wanna walk? Fine. The job's over. But I wasn't doing this for money. So unless you're helping, get out of the way.
I could argue all I want. Tell her I was looking out for her. Try to stop her. It wouldn't change a thing. Just make me a hypocrite. I watch her drive off, not knowing if I'd ever see her again. Empty-handed, smoke fading, I start back towards the car and Nellie. I'm still among the wreckage when the air comes alive. White Street engines growl from every angle.
Gia!
I brake for the car, but their headlights rush me, fencing me in. A harsh beam splits the path between me and Nellie. No time to get to the car. Not without us both getting caught.
Nellie, get out of here! But Gia! Drive!
The kid's fighting fresh tears, but she's smart. She takes the wheel. The car lurches down the street like a wounded animal while I throw the whitecaps a sacrificial lamb. As they pull up, I step into the spotlight.
Well, you showed up after all. A little disappointed, if I'm being honest. I thought the boss behind these traitors would be tougher.
Look, fellas, I don't know who you think I am, but
Save it for the general. He's been wanting to speak to you for a long time. And don't worry about those friends of yours. They'll be joining you soon.
I'm bound and thrown headfirst into the back of a dark lockbox. Muffled voices drift in through rusted steel.
I thought we were looking for a rat. She don't have vermin eyes.
Don't be stupid. Who puts rats in charge?
The door of my prison is thrown open to a blinding light and a company of stoic soldiers.
Move!
The Overlook sits under the crushing shadow of Eli's citadel, surveying the civilian district. Several guards, the general, and a sterile white place setting of fine china and silver contrast the gloom.
On your knees.
A to nie ty powinieneś?
If I can just get free of these ropes, I could lose the soldiers down there. The unfeeling steel pulls all the warmth from my body through my knees. A silent jury eagerly waits for judgment to come. If the films about it were true, the Citadel has enough supplies to last a siege 100 years.
To z dupkiem zagadaj.
One look at me and the general's teacup comes down with a decisive clink.
The spirited lieutenant from the gala, of course. You were foolish to show yourself, but I respect a leader who commands from the front.
Przyznajmy, że byliśmy na balu.
Yeah, I was at your gala. Someone paid me to sneak in, but it's got nothing to do with any rebellion.
You seem to believe confessing to a lesser crime will spare you. You're wrong.
Look, General, you looking for a rebel leader? You got the wrong woman. I mean, look at me. The General holds up his gloved hand, gently, commanding silence while pulling me into its gravity. His eyes analyze me sharply before turning to look across the civilian district.
It was many years ago now. I'd watch as my fellow comrades refused to amputate their diseased limbs. It was too much for them. Too terrible to consider losing an arm or a leg, thinking it would all get better on its own. I thought those men cowards. I loved them, but thought them short-sighted. But now, I must admit, compassion for them. Understanding.
Jasne.
He turns back to me and lowers his cup, a small clink accenting his words.
I see now that I am guilty of that same cowardice. Every time I removed insurrection, disease from my barony, I feared cutting too far. I hoped you all would see. But today, I make things right.
By burning down theaters?
By burning away all traces of infection that you spread. You've seen the destruction around Santa Anita. Another mistake from cowardice. I attempted peace once. I will not make the same mistake twice.
Czyli jesteś typem, chcą spokoju, szykuj się na wojnę. Dobrze wiedzieć.
You corrupted my quartermaster.
Kogo?
You disrupted our supply line and threw priceless cargo to a pack of thugs.
To akurat prawda.
You and your accomplice sabotaged a night meant to honor good men and women.
To akurat kłamstwo.
You even brought a Heights assassin to bear.
Wcale nie.
And while the symptoms of the infection that can be alleviated, traitors can be executed, additional weapons can be manufactured, assassins can be imprisoned. But this little insurrection of yours has proven difficult to cure. Until now.
Zapytajmy o zabójcę.
I don't know any assassin. If you're counting my crimes, at least attribute them correctly.
You would disown your comrade so quickly?
Look, I don't have the slightest idea what you're talking about. He slams his fist on the table, snarling and puffing out his chest.
He killed 30 of my men during the arrest. 30. He will rot inside a metal box until I send him wrapped in iron back to old New York.
My mouth dries up faster than a snake stuck in the high noon Egyptian sun. A bullet to the back of the head is suddenly a rosy idea next to the risk of a coffin drop.
Zapytaj go, jak powiązał wszystkie te działania z nią.
That's a hell of a list. What makes you so sure I did it?
You made an impression on one of my intelligence officers, Officer Randall Pitt.
Dobrze, że nie pycie.
He initially reported you and your sister as upstanding citizens vital to his efforts to root out corruption in the scrapyard. It came as a surprise when these same women were spotted spreading disorder across the barony.
Oj tam, szczegóły, szczegóły. Mam jakiś punkcik? Czekaj, co mi jest potrzebne? Bajerant. Dobra. Bajerant. Nic nie mam w bajerancie. Mam tylko jedną kartę. To byłoby chyba tak głupie, gdybym wydał wszystkie punkty tutaj. Te. Nie, to się nie uda. Ale mamy save'a, to spróbujmy. Oczywiście.
Who let an assassin run rampant? Who let a shipment of weapons vanish under their watch? Who let a forged invite and a counterfeit uniform through the front door?
You ask questions I already know the answer to. I blame the disease. I don't fault my arms and legs for failing when they are attacked so mercilessly from within.
Trochę racji w tym ma.
If your mind's made up, why am I still breathing? You need something, or your men would have shot me on the street.
After the Philippines, I promised my men a home. That one day we could lay down arms and enjoy the remainder of our lives in peace, for the sake of those no longer with us.
No jak zwykle kłamiesz.
I believe, with your help, that day is within our grasp.
A co niby mam zrobić?
What do you need me for? He pulls out a leather notebook. The last time I saw, it was in the hands of Tobias Dufresne.
My men took this from your assassin. I'm told it suggests how to manipulate the well. Answer me. What are these? The musings of a lunatic. Schemes for a new weapon.
Nie uwierzysz.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Years ago, you would have been correct. I would have even dismissed Red Aether as a fairy tale. I've become a more open-minded man. What is this device? Tell me, and I will be lenient.
A frigid shiver attacks my flesh from neck to ankle. The answer is a long shot, but it's the only card I have left. All right, that's research from the heights. The well's expanding. It's growing fast and it's going to get bad. According to those heights scientists, the well's going to take down the whole lowers. Someone's working on a fix, but they need that device.
An unlikely story, but I have no choice but to believe it.
Poczuć niebezpieczeństwo.
If you've read the journal, you know what kind of risky situation we're in.
You think we don't know the risks? We didn't need some book to tell us. White Street is familiar with Aether's side effects. Headaches, mania, sickness. We discovered as the well grew, the strength of the wasting did also. To combat it, I made us strong again. Once we had united the lowers, we would have led the search for a cure together. But now, a cure has come to us.
Yeah, but it's all fantasy unless you know how to use it. Give me the book. You'll never hear from me again, and I'll throw in fixing the well for free.
You misunderstand. I believe you, but I cannot let you live. You have killed my men, sowed discord at every corner of this barony. No, you cannot live. You are the disease.
A ty jak wrzut na dupie.
He turns to the civilian district, chest out, welcoming a crisp breeze. His guards snap to attention in anticipation for some unknown cruelty.
And I can no longer suffer the limb that gives the disease shelter.
Like a conductor masterfully controlling his orchestra, the general raises his hand. In the distance, blazes begin to erupt all across the civilian district, like
Aż się prosi,
fireflies
żeby go w dupę
dancing on a
kopnąć i
mass grave.
spierdolić stąd. Nawet za cenę własnego życia.
With this, White Street will no longer be impeded. We will reclaim all that was once ours and save the lowers. Unfortunately, you will not live to see such a world. But you will have a swift death.
Och, jak nieprzyjemnie.
He snaps his fingers, and by speechless command, his guards move forward. I feel a barrel press against the back of my head.
Grajmy na zwłokę. Nie, to się nie uda. Ech. 5, 6 punktów mamy wydanych. 2, 3, 4. Szkoda mi marnować tego, ale jeżeli tego nie zmarnuję... Szukajmy drugiej ucieczki.
My mind races. I look for another way out. My options aren't good. Hands tied, outnumbered, outdrawn. I tell myself to keep looking for something. Anything.
Klucz na generała i spierdol się z nim na ziemię.
The
Jadwig
gun
by
cocks.
dał radę.
The fires and the screams and the
Jeszcze przy
crumbling
okazji
buildings
spadając
feel
zabiłby z
muted,
5 osób.
making way for the bang that never comes. Hissing shrieks fill the air. Every pipe on the roof bursts, flooding the veranda and crashing into White Street's discipline like a wave through a sandcastle.
What's happening?
Get to the general!
Idiots! Back into position, now!
While everyone's scrambling to order, no one hears the scrape of a grate or the emergence of a glowing-eyed specter. In that moment, Cress Carter is every Aether rat horror story. Vengeful, silent, murderous, the harbinger of a brutal ending. Then those pale eyes see me, and the mask splits. I see a Cress on the cusp of her revenge, and a Cress realizing how badly I need her help. She only has time to be won. My soul curls in on itself. Deep down, I know that Cress deserves her revenge as much as I did. I nod towards Eli, head as heavy as a gavel. Instead, she pulls me from the soldiers.
Brace yourself.
Shouts and a shot chase us through the thinning steam to the open grating and into darkness. I nearly bite through my lip, fighting a scream when we hit hard tunnel flooring, but I hold it long enough for Cress to slide the grating back. The ropes are barely off before those glowing pale eyes round on me.
Damn it, Gia! I had him! I was close! I had him! What the hell happened? I leave you alone for 5 minutes, and your damn client's throttling your car and screaming about how you've been arrested. If she hadn't drove full speed in the wrong direction, she would have run into a full squad of whitecaps instead of me. What in the hell are you...
They jumped me at the pickup after you left. They were looking for some rebel group.
Cress, you're not the leader they're looking for, are you?
No, I'm...
Our time's cut short by a mob of boots pounding the tunnel walls. We gotta move. Where's Nellie?
keeping the car warm. Be ready to take over. Driving really isn't something you should ever let her do again.
I'd seen how many soldiers Eli had. I'd seen how set he was on my execution. Ready or not,
We weren't getting out of White Street without a fight.
Dobrze, miejmy nadzieję, że damy radę go zajebać.